Okay, you probably know that hammocks are very popular right now. I get a whole lot of opportunities to review hammocks, and I pretty much turn most of them down because they're just the same as the other hammocks I've already reviewed. In this video, we're going to take a look at one that I thought was worth showing to you. That's the Mersuii hammock. We'll talk about why that is coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So, hammocks everywhere. It seems like literally not a week goes by that I don't get 4 or 5 invitations to review somebody's hammock. And I take a look at them. They're all pretty nice hammocks. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to a hammock, okay? And it seems like there are just so many people now making hammocks, and it's like, I think it's because it's such a simple product to make. There's really not a lot of engineering that goes into it, like a tent or a backpack or something. It's just a piece of fabric gathered on the ends with some rope in it and some hooks on the end, you know, pretty much. So I think that's one reason that there's so many people making hammocks. So anyway, I'm rambling already. So anyway, one of the opportunities I had to review a hammock was from the folks at Mersuii. Here's their little logo there. And like I do all the rest of them, I took a quick look at it, and then I took another look. And I looked a little closer because as I kept looking, it just seemed like, you know what, there's nothing earth-shakingly different about it, but it does seem like a pretty good value and a pretty good package. So I thought it would be worth showing to you because it definitely got my attention. So after ensuing talks, the folks at Mersuii agreed to not only send me one of these hammocks so I could show it to you, but to be a financial sponsor of the channel. So we're going to take a look at their hammock now without any further rambling. So first of all, one of the things I like about this is, in this package here, it is a double hammock and a set of straps, tree straps to hang it from. So it's all right here in this package. So we'll start off very first. We'll go ahead and do a weight on it. And let's get our scale in here. Okay, so with the hammock straps and the hammock, and it is a double hammock, we are looking at, what we got there, 2 pounds and 7 ounces. See that? Let's see what that is for the old, those of you still stuck in that old metric system. We got 1.1 kilograms, 1.1 kilograms. So I get comments about that metric thing too. Most of them get caught by my profanity filter. Okay, so 2 pounds, 7 ounces is not super ultralight, but it's pretty light for a hammock and the tree straps. But let me show you what we got here. So first of all, we'll just take this thing apart. I'm gonna try to, like the last time I did a hammock review, it's getting dark. So we're going to talk and set up at the same time. But first thing is, I thought was really cool about this, it comes with the straps, and these are 11-foot straps. They're non-stretch polyester. They have 20 loops apiece, so it gives you a lot of adjustment on here. And just as for comparison, standard Eno tree straps are 9 feet, so this gives you a little bit extra length here, 2 feet on each end. One of the things that is pretty neat about it, you see, if you can see the design of these straps here, they're not just sewn flat. They actually are sewn with a little loop in them, and they are like triple bar stitched right there to really hold that weight. So when you hook your carabiner in right here, you're not pulling against the against just a straight down against the stitches. You're pulling against a loop of fabric, which is pretty cool. That probably adds a little bit of weight to it, but it adds a whole lot of strength to it. This hammock, by the way, has a 500-pound weight limit, which is about 100 more than most of the competing hammocks that I looked up. So now the next thing I thought was really cool about this hammock is, unlike some of the lower priced hammocks, and by the way, this entire setup at the time of this video on Amazon is 30 bucks for the hammock and the straps. And if you look in the description below, there'll be a coupon code to save 20%, which means it's going to put the price of this under 25 bucks at the time of this video. So we'll set these aside for a minute. I'll show you the next thing, which I was really impressed by. Unlike most lower end hammocks that I've seen, that either have just a steel S-hook or a steel carabiner, these have aircraft alloy, really nice wire gate carabiners, which are just, you know, I don't know if the ones that are made out of steel, they've got like the little notch, just V-cut notch in them. They just really snag a lot. They're really, that's kind of rounded there, that way that the gate catch is, or the gate lock, or whatever, the little notch for the gate to go in right there. You can see it. But on the steel ones that are just kind of they're rounded ones, and they have like the little cutout notch, that seems to snag a whole lot. At least it does to me whenever I'm putting it on the straps. So anyway, it comes with like pretty much all hammocks, it's own built-in stuff sack. So again, Nothing really super cutting edge here as far as any great new design of a hammock. It's just a big piece of fabric gathered at the end with some really strong cord. But what's really cool about it is it's got these really lightweight, very strong hammock clips, which make a pretty big difference in my opinion. So anyway, and then it's like 210D parachute nylon. Nice triple stitching here. Nice hammocks. Let me readjust the camera here. We'll set up the hammock real quick, take a quick test swing in it, and show you how these straps and all that work, and wrap this thing up. By the way, I just got back from a short backpacking hike over last weekend, and I slept, and myself and my two sons all slept in hammocks, and one of my sons had some similar straps to these, and the other one had a rope. So it was pouring down rain when we got to our campsite on Friday night. My son that had the straps, we had a tarp up and his hammock up in pretty quick time. He got on there and stayed dry while the rest of us got soaking wet putting up ours because we didn't have straps. So these straps really do come in handy. Now, what you want to do is you see the one end of the straps is going to have the loops on it, and then there's a pretty good section about 5 feet with no loop. That's typically going to be the end you want to wrap around the tree. I've got a couple trees here that I think are close to like 15 feet apart, so we're going to try that. We're going to go from here to this tree, as you can see right here, over to this little leaning tree back here, and it's about 15 feet, so hopefully you'll be able to see in the camera here, and I will quit rambling. So I like to just take my hammock, put it around my neck, and get started so it doesn't drag all over the ground. I'm just going to start with the strap, the end that does not have the loops on it. Just wrap it around the tree, and then pull the end with the loops on it through this one loop here, and just slip it there. Now these straps are a lot better for the bark of the tree also than using a rope, because they kind of spread the load out. So that's pretty good there. Just snug it up tight, and then you can see you got a whole lot left here. So I think with these straps you can probably get to a tree almost 20 feet apart. But okay, we're going to go to the other end and do exactly the same thing. I like to put mine about head high. Just pull it through. Then, so what's amazing is these trees are, gosh, they're 15 feet apart, and you can see the overlap we have here. So literally you could use these things, because of the extra length, these things will give you a lot of versatility in picking trees. Because that was an issue we had when we were camping this weekend. We really had to, we were on an incline like this because we couldn't find the right tree distance apart, the right tree spacing. So we're going to hook this up kind of in the first one back here because it's so far. We'll come back here and see what we wind up with. So really, as you can see, we are beyond the loops. So these trees are a little further apart, a little closer together rather than these. So we're just going to take this one and double it up, and then pull it through. And what that's going to do is really going to help keep it from slipping down, and it's also going to allow you to use the design of these loops so that you're not putting stress on the stitching. Okay, you can see here how the design of the loop puts the pressure on strapping and not just straight against the stitching. Okay, the next thing I always like to do when I set my hammock up is just sit in it for a minute, let it stretch. It's going to stretch, especially the first time you sit in it, so you can see it's stretched out a pretty good bit here. I'm going to let it kind of settle in, and then I want to readjust it. I like mine a little tighter. So we've got it now really, hopefully kind of broken in and tight. Okay, so one of the things that's good about a double hammock is it allows you to lay kind of at a diagonal. If you got it looped down right, typically you want to have about a 30-degree incline on your ropes when it's down, so that you can lay in it kind of at a diagonal. Because it's big enough, see, unless you have kind of a, this means you can be a lot flatter than you're not like a banana. So, and it's also, you can just kind of cover up and keep the wind off if you need to. A lot of different options here for the double hammock. Or you can just use it to sit around and camp, like a recliner, which is pretty cool too. You know, I guess I got to get back up, don't I, and do something with the camera. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, I got mud all over it. Look at that. I have soiled my hammock. Good news is you can wash the thing, but again, what I think is so cool about this setup is it is about, at the time of this video anyway, 30 bucks for a double hammock and the straps with the really nice carabiners, not the cheap steel S-hooks or cheap steel carabiners. Compare that, by the way, to an Eno double nest at 70 bucks for the hammock and 30 bucks for the straps, which are also 2 feet shorter than these. And I'd say this adds up to a tremendous value for a double hammock, which is exactly why I finally broke my hammock review fast and decided to take a look at this one. There'll be an Amazon link and a coupon code below that you can go in and save 20% on this hammock at whatever the current price is when you're watching this video. Right now it's 30 bucks, so that's pretty good. So be sure and check that out. Okay, well, that was a quick look at the Mersuii double hammock system, and another thing I really think is cool about it is the straps and the hammock all fit back into, and I didn't roll these up, I'm just cramming them in here because it's getting dark, but they all fit back into the same attached little stuff sack that hangs on the side of the hammock, so you don't have to have a separate bag like some of the other hammock strap systems. It all comes together as one kit, and it really does fit in there, just to show you. And I didn't even try to roll them up, I just crammed them in there and it still fits, and makes it a little lumpier, but it's all good. And there you have it. That is the Mersuii hammock all packed back up. Okay, so that was a quick look at the Mersuii double hammock combo pack with the hammock and the straps from the folks at Mersuii. And real quick, just to wrap this up, first of all, you're probably observant enough to realize that this is not the same location or clothing I'm wearing. Well, that's because the folks at Mersuii have confirmed my confidence in them by the following. So just real quickly, in the last scene, which I've edited out, I was holding up this bag, and the folks at Mersuii noticed something I didn't. The fact that the stitching that finished up on the top of the bag had a little tag on it. I didn't even notice it. No big deal to me. That happens, all kinds of stuff, just a little excess. But again, they said, hey, you know what? We saw that. We really want to correct that before you release the video. We want, so they went back with their supplier and had them correct the stitching on the bag. Now this is absolutely not a problem. This was just a finished stitching. Totally does not affect the functionality or anything else, the quality of the hammock in any way, but yet they were so concerned with their attention to detail and attention to putting out a quality product that they absolutely just stopped the presses and said, you know what, we want to correct that. I gotta say, I was really impressed by that. The reason I decided to do the video on this hammock again is because I think it's such a great value. You get a double hammock and the hammock straps, which are like 11 feet long as opposed to, what, 9 I think for the Eno. And it comes with aircraft alloy aluminum, which is apparently a little stronger than regular alloy aluminum, wire gate carabiners, which are very high quality compared to the steel carabiners that are on a lot of lower priced hammocks. And this has a 500-pound weight limit, which I think is really good. And all for, again, at the time of this video, 30 bucks. So, and the folks at Mersuii have committed to holding that price for the next 30 days. It may go up after that, so I'm not trying to give you like a high pressure sales pitch or anything, you know, but if you do want to get one of these at that great price, I would suggest just jumping on it pretty quick. It's camping weather anyway, camping season at the time of this video. And again, if you look down below, there's a link to save 20% on this hammock, which will be what, about $6 off. So you get this hammock for around under 25 bucks right now at the time of this video. That coupon code is going to be good for 30 days from the date of this video. Whatever that date is, I'll put it in the description below, and so you can save 20%. Even so, even without the coupon, even if they go up $5 or so on the hammock, it's still a really great price and a great value, in my opinion, for the 500-pound limit hammock with the straps and the wire gate carabiners from a company that has demonstrated to me, at least, their commitment to providing the highest quality product they can for the price. So, I mean, again, that stitching was no big deal to me, but you can look at the new one and there's no dingle danglies. They went above and beyond, which to me just confirms that I made the right decision to partner with them. So once again, thanks to the folks at Mersuii for sending me this hammock so I could show it to you, and for sponsoring this video. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a new video every Friday and Saturday, very often random videos throughout the week. There's another one. If you're not subscribed, please click down in the corner right there and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.